What do you call friends that do algebra together? Algebros. Okay, let's look at Chapter 2. Chapter 2 is essentially the introduction to algebra, and the first thing that we need to look at is collecting like terms. In maths, we call things like terms if they have exactly the same letters and powers, and that means that we can add them together, essentially. We can collect them. So all of these are examples of like terms. We've got 7x and 5x, we can add them, 8 and minus 2, so if there's no letters, that's also fine. 4t squared y and 3t squared y are like terms because they both have the square on the t. And 7ac and 3ca, this is one that people tend to forget. Those are like terms because they've got exactly the same letters and same powers. The order doesn't matter. You put them together and you get like 10ac or 10ca, means the same thing. These are common examples of things that people will get wrong. So these are not like terms. So the first one, x squared, no x squared, so they cannot be added together. This is a number, and this has got a letter, so they're not the same. We've got a squared b and ab squared, so the a is squared and the b is squared. They can't be added together. And then lastly, although these both have an a, they don't both have a c, and they don't both have a b, so they can't be added together. So to collect our like terms, we'll just add together all the numbers that are to the and the signs that are to the left of our like terms. So 3 basic examples here. Let's look at the first one first. So when I say like circle things, you don't have to do this, but if you find this difficult, it can be very helpful. I'm going to put the 3ab and the minus 2ba into a red circle, so they are both like terms. And then if we do that sum, if we do 3 minus 2, you just get 1. So you could just get yourself 1ab. Now, we tend not to write the number 1 in algebra. We tend to just write ab. Then what else have we got? We've got plus 7a, and we've got minus 12a. So the sum we have to do there is 7 take away 12. That's minus 5, so we've got minus 5a. So there is our final answer, ab minus 5a. What about the next one? Well, we've got 5x squared plus 4x squared. 5 plus 4 is 9, so we've got 9x squared. And notice we can't add the x's to that because they don't have the power. Then we've got minus 13x minus 6x. So the sum we need to do is minus 13 minus 6. Some people will fall into the trap here of thinking, 2 minuses make a positive. But that's not true, is it? If we look back on the last one, if they're next to each other, they'll turn into a plus. And if they're being multiplied together, it'll turn into a positive answer. But if we just do the sum minus 13 minus 6, that is minus 19. So our final answer will be 9x squared minus 19x. Then for our last one, this is a little bit of a trick question. Fg squared, there's nothing that's a like term to that, so that's just f5fg squared. Minus 3f squared g, there is nothing that has an f squared and a g in it. 7fg, there's nothing which has just got f and g in it, they've all got squares involved. And then minus 9, well that's just a number, we need a number to add that to. There are no like terms in that question, nothing can be added together, so fully simplified is exactly the same as what you started with. Okay, so let's add to that the idea of expanding single brackets, and to expand a single bracket you simply multiply every term inside the bracket by the term outside. And particularly remember powers here. If we do an a times an a, we'll get an a squared and not, I think as some people tend to think, 2a. So 3 examples here because there's not too much more subtlety to it than that. We just got to remember to multiply our numbers together and increase our powers. So it's useful sometimes to use these little lines to say I have multiplied this term by this term. 4 times 3a, we go 4 times 3 is 12 and the letter is a. That's all you have to do. 4 times plus 7 is plus 28. That's the first one done. What about the second one? 9x times 2x. So we go 9 times 2 is 18. X times x is x squared. And that's it. What about for the second term? So this is 9 times minus 3 is minus 27, and x times y is xy, and that's done. Okay, what about our last one? So we're timesing by a minus number here, we're timesing by minus 5g squared. So let's do the first thing, minus times minus, so minus 5 times minus 3 is plus 15, and then there's g squared as the letter. Minus 5 times plus 2 is minus 10. Minus times plus is minus. And then the power is going to be, so g squared times g will actually be g cubed. It'll increase the power by 1 more. And we're going to do that with index rules in about 1 video's time, I think, maybe 2. And then our very last one, we've got minus 5g squared times minus 8g squared. So we're going to go up to plus 40 from minus 5 times 8, and then g to the power of 4 from g squared times g squared. We just add the powers together. Okay, so that's it for that one. And then the last thing we can do is we can put all of this together. We can expand and simplify. Now there's no extra notes to make here, beyond the fact that we should multiply each bracket separately and then collect our terms together. Don't forget your signs, there is one particular thing which catches people out here. So let's expand our brackets first. So we're going to go 4 times x is 4x. 4 times 3 is plus 12. 5 times 2x is 10x. 5 times minus 5 is minus 25. Then let's collect our terms together. So we have got 4x plus 10x, that's overall going to give you 14x. And then we also have plus 12 minus 25, and overall that's going to give you minus 13. Again, don't fall into the trap of thinking that's like minus 37 just because it's got a minus. We're doing the sum 12 minus 25. Okay, what about our second one here? Let's expand the bracket. 7 times 2 is 14. X times x is x squared. 7 times minus 5 is minus 35, and we've got an x. Minus x times x is minus x squared. And then this is the one that catches people out. They'll write minus 9x now. But it's not just x times minus 9, it's minus x times minus 9. And that'll go to positive 9x. So yeah, watch out for that. Putting our terms together, we have got 14x squared minus x squared. Remember, if it's just x squared on its own, that's like if there was 1x squared there. So we need to do 14 minus 1, which will give us 13x squared. And then we also need to do minus 35x plus 9x, which will give you minus 35 plus 9 is minus 26, and then x is x. Okay, last question. 3a times 2b, that is 6ab. If you've got multiple letters, you just write them all down. 3a times minus 3, so 3 times minus 3 is minus 9, a times c is ac. And then remember that this is minus 2c that we're multiplying by. So minus 2c times 3a is minus 6ac. And minus 2c times minus 2b, again, this will catch people out, it's positive because it's minus times minus, 4bc. Put that all together, we have got 6ab, and there's nothing that can combine with that. We've got minus 9ac minus 6ac, those can be collected, so that's minus 15ac. And then lastly, we've just got this plus 4bc at the end. Okay, that's it for this week. I'll see you next time.